have you ever felt just completely exhausted? Struggling to focus at work, and someone immediately chimes in with, hey, you're probably low on vitamins, you should take some to get your energy up, right? I mean, it's advice we've literally heard since childhood. Well, welcome to today's explainer, because everything we thought we knew about our body's ultimate energy source is about to get completely challenged. Seriously, get ready to unlock the incredible chemical factory inside you.
Okay, let's dive right in and bust the absolute biggest misconception we've all grown up with, the idea that vitamins are direct fuel that give us energy. Based on the deep dive biological sources we're exploring today, this fundamental belief is, well, it's actually completely backwards. It's kind of the ultimate myth in modern nutrition.
The wild truth is, vitamins actually provide 0 calories and 0 direct energy to our bodies. Literally none. You could consume a mountain of vitamins and you wouldn't gain a single calorie of energy from them directly. It sounds entirely counterintuitive to how we normally think about it, doesn't it? So, if they don't give us energy, why does our system so desperately need them to survive?
So the crucial point here is that you really need to think of your metabolism as this massive chemical factory. The carbs, the fats, the proteins you eat, that is the actual fuel. But in order to burn that fuel and turn it into usable energy, your factory needs very specific switches, or keys. And vitamins are those keys. First discovered by a scientist named Casimir Funk back in 1912, these managers don't burn themselves, but they facilitate the chemical reactions that allow your body to actually extract the energy from your food. Without these invisible little bodyguards, the fuel would just sit there, and our entire system would completely shut down.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. First, the zero energy myth. Second, water versus fat soluble. Third, the magic memory trick. Fourth, bodyguards of the body. Fifth, the B-complex family. And finally, number 6, the future of nutrition. Section 2. Water versus fat soluble. Where do they live?
So where is their permanent headquarters inside us? Well, it helps to think of this using a financial analogy. All vitamins basically fall into 2 categories. Water-soluble vitamins are like your daily pocket money. Because our blood is mostly water, they flow really easily, but our kidneys are constantly filtering them out into our urine. You can't store them. You have to earn them through your diet every single day. On the flip side, we have fat-soluble vitamins. Now these act more like a fixed deposit. Because they dissolve in lipids, our body expertly stores them in the liver and fatty tissues for months at a time, only withdrawing them when we actually need them.
A super quick trick for all the students and exam takers out there navigating this, just think of the acronym WBC. Now, usually, that stands for white blood cells, right? But here, use it to remember water equals B and C. Vitamins B and C are your water-soluble pocket money. You have got to consume these 2 every single day, simply because your body cannot hold on to them.
Sections 3 and 4, the magic memory trick, and bodyguards of the body. I know, remembering the terrifying chemical names of these vitamins can be a massive headache, but let's unlock a magic memory trick straight from our sources, a phrase called rough-ick toffee, which translates to a chariot and a toffee. Watch how each phonetic letter flawlessly matches a vitamin to its chemical name. The Ra gives us vitamin A, retinol. The Tha gives us vitamin B, thiamine. A is vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Ka is vitamin D, calciferol. Ta is vitamin E, tocopherol. And Phi is vitamin K, phylloquinone. By just memorizing that simple, slightly silly phrase, you have the exact chronological sequence of the most complex names in nutrition science down cold.
Armed with those names, let's look closer at vitamin A, or retinol. This is basically our eye's ultimate bodyguard. Even the name retinol hints at his job, right? Protecting the retina. It builds a really crucial protein called rhodopsin, which allows us to see in low light. Without it, you get night blindness, or worse, this terrifying condition called xerophthalmia, where your tear ducts literally dry up, which can cause irreversible blindness. But what's absolutely amazing is the modern science solution for this, an invention called golden rice. Scientists genetically modified rice using daffodil genes to produce vitamin A, and it's become a literal lifesaver in malnourished regions. Moving on to vitamin C, ascorbic acid. I absolutely love this analogy from the source material. Think of vitamin C as the body's glue, or like the steel rebar holding a building together. See, vitamin C manufactures a protein called collagen, which binds our skin, blood vessels, and bones. Without this glue, you get scurvy. The glue literally melts away. This is exactly why ancient sailors who went months without fresh citrus suffered from bleeding gums and, well, their teeth literally falling out. Even old, fully healed wounds would tear open again because that bodily glue had completely vanished. Wild, right? Okay, prepare to have your mind blown again. Let's look at vitamin D, calciferol. We always say, oh, go get some sun for your vitamin D. But here is a massive myth busted for you. The sun does not contain vitamin D. There are no magical vitamins floating around in sunlight just waiting to penetrate your skin. No way.
Instead, here's what actually happens. Right beneath your skin sits a layer of cholesterol. When the sun's UV rays hit your skin, it triggers a chemical reaction, and your body actually cooks its own cholesterol into vitamin D. It is a complete in-house manufacturing process. In fact, vitamin D is technically a hormone, not a traditional vitamin. It acts as a messaging manager, traveling to your intestines and kidneys, ordering them to absorb calcium to build strong bones. Without it, children suffer from rickets, where leg bones become so soft they literally bend like a bow. The contrast between vitamin E and K is absolutely fascinating. Vitamin E, tocopherol, is widely known as the beauty vitamin, but on a cellular level, it's actually your body's anti-rust shield. Just like iron rusts, our cells oxidize and create free radicals that cause premature aging and even infertility, while vitamin E is the antioxidant shield that stops this rusting. On the other side, we have vitamin K, phylloquinone. Think of this one as the life-saving plumber. It's actually manufactured right in your large intestine by symbiotic, friendly gut bacteria. They essentially pay rent by making vitamin K, which rushes to clot your blood the absolute second you get a cut. Without this plumber on call, a minor scrape could cause you to bleed to death.
Section 5. The B-complex family.
To decode this massive chemical labyrinth, our source provides another fantastic mnemonic: Tota nu pant par biophasa. Now, this might sound like a funny movie dialogue about getting biological stains on new pants, but it is the absolute best sequence to decode this entire chemical family in one go. It perfectly aligns B1 to thiamine, B2 to riboflavin, B3 to niacin, B5 to pantothenic acid, B6 to pyridoxine, B7 to biotin, B9 to folic acid, and finally B12 to cyanocobalamin. You might want to keep this fresh in your memory because the B family is notorious for causing absolute bodily chaos when they go missing.
And let's look at some of that chaos. A lack of B1 causes beriberi, leading to severe muscle pain and even nerve paralysis. Missing B7, or biotin, halts the production of keratin, which causes severe hair fall. But what is truly wild to me is B12, cyanocobalamin. Just look at the name. It literally contains a heavy metal called cobalt. B12 is absolutely essential for red blood cells and securing your nerve endings, but it's almost exclusively found in animal products. Because of this, vegans run a massive risk of a dangerous condition called pernicious anemia, where the nervous system is permanently damaged, unless they actively take supplements to make up for it.
But out of the entire B family, nothing is more terrifying than the cascading failure caused by a B3 or niacin deficiency. The sources call this a literal medical thriller, pellagra, brutally known as the 4D syndrome. Remember, since vitamins are the keys to unlocking energy, without B3, your cells starve. Stage 1 is diarrhea, as the stomach lining starts breaking down. Stage 2 is dermatitis, terrible, painful skin rashes. Stage 3 is dementia. Your brain neurons are literally starving for fuel, leading to memory loss and severe confusion. And if left untreated, Stage 4 is death, a total system shutdown, all because a single chemical manager was missing from the factory.
Section 6. The future of nutrition.
After mapping out this incredibly delicate biological machinery today, it leaves us with a pretty haunting thought. Our bodies evolved in nature, right? We absorbed sunlight to cook our own vitamin D, we ate fresh, unrefined foods to supply the keys to our chemical factory, and we relied on natural gut bacteria. But today, we live in sealed, air-conditioned rooms. We actively avoid the sun. We consume highly ultra-processed diets. As our modern lifestyles push us further and further away from nature, are we accidentally destroying our natural chemical factory? Will there actually come an evolutionary stage where our bodies simply forget how to process these natural keys, leaving future generations to survive completely dependent on manufactured supplement bottles? It is a profound question to walk away with today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and remember to keep exploring the incredible science inside you.